Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Brock Purdy, Week 3, nice win, Thursday Night Football. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there, become a member. I appreciate it. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. Brock Purdy, the Niners, another win, just another 300-yard day and another 2 touchdown passes, y'all. Nothing to see here. You know, fighting through kind of a rough start here. This is one that we're going to talk about. I think the positives to this play are George Kittle right there, putting the sword away, playing a little linebacker, saving this thing from probably should be an interception. Now we'll talk about exactly what this is, but obviously you'd love Purdy to not be able to throw this ball that essentially should be an interception. I think he just doesn't see it for a few reasons here. So first off, the design, shift motion. See a lot of shift motion. It's as prevalent, I feel like, as it's ever been in the league. I personally really like it. What it does here, though, is we're going to try to get this over going, and we've got this corner essentially just sitting out here. Well, the other part of this play that's hard to see here is I'm going to call this a deep flag, kind of like a back pylon. That's probably where the ball should go. Okay, so oftentimes you'll see this over with a post. When you attach a flag to it or like something to the back pylon, so it really puts this deep stretch on, and you've got this over. Now, the other part about this is I think he probably could, if he wanted to, just throw this and settle him right here. So he obviously doesn't see him. We don't need to replay this 8 billion times. If he did see him, though, I feel like the deeper throw would probably be the answer. Now, why doesn't he see him? Okay, this is the part that I like to dig into. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because after he does the twirly bird fake here, he's got to violently move. So he's got to get up. Now, why does he have to get up and move and get his feet together, all that types of thing? It's because we're pulling the right guard. So when we pull the right guard here, he's then going to have to get kind of the big left tackle gets bumped back. So now he's got to navigate this. So now we have an edge issue. So a lot of moving parts here. First thing we're going to do is watch the right guard. So watch the right guard have to navigate this pull. It's not easy to pull and pass block. Man, newsflash. Okay, for all you non-big people out there, not easy to do. So he's got to navigate that. That's an issue. Now we have to move. See him violently move off his launch point. So now Purdy has to go, yo. So we really don't get a chance to sit back there and read this thing. Now let's read the routes out. Watch that corner up top. We've got the deep flag. You know, that's a throw that if he puts out on the 15 on the sideline, that's a big play. I think it's still a big play if he settles up Kittle in kind of that over area. Regardless, you can't throw up these balls where you don't see people. Occasionally, this will happen. Okay, it's not his 20th season playing back there. It's not his 10th season. It's barely into his 2nd season. So again, I just want to make sure. I always like to figure out why does it look so weird. It's because we've got this pass pro issue on the left. Because our left tackle's getting knocked back, we've got Juszczyk, getting a double team on our probably best player, Hall of Famer, left tackle. Knocks us back. Now we've got to move. Now we don't see everything clearly, and it should almost be a pick. Next one here, 3rd and 8. They're going to use that Miami Dolphins short, fast motion out. That totally doesn't have a funny name. Really nice catch. I put this one on here. There were a number of throws this first drive I could have put on here. I thought this was a nice job. 3rd and 8. We're converting 3rd and 8s. Not near as precise, I think, as Brock Purdy normally is in the short to intermediate game. I consider him very surgical in this regard. The other thing I want to add here, and I'm going to talk about this real brief here. This guy right here is a hell of a football player. He is dynamic with the ball in his hands. Dynamic, world class. When the ball's not in his hands, in my opinion, he doesn't always go as hard as I think he could. Okay, don't forget, it's just my opinion. Don't freak out. You watch him when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. Okay, but for me, the reason this motion is so cool for the Dolphins is because their guys go 1,000 miles an hour. As fast as they can. They're sprinting. And you tell me if we're sprinting here. But what it does, it creates all sorts of issues on the back end. They've got to communicate. Now we've got leverage issues, and we're able to win to the slant. So it's still a cool thing. I just don't think he's not taking full advantage of it. That's not 1,000 miles an hour. That's more like, and that's a hell of a catch. And again, for whatever reason, early on in this game, it was a struggle to put the ball right where we wanted. I don't know what their drop is supposed to be on this play. To me, shuffle-ish, it's a hell of a catch. More than anything else, we could celebrate the catch and realize that the first drive, Purdy wasn't putting it where he wanted to. Next one here, 3rd and 10. Now, it seemed like they tried to heat up Purdy the whole game. I feel like normally he has answers and is as good as damn near any young quarterback I've ever seen about answering those hots. Right here, they don't. So for my money, normally I would say, let's never throw a hot to a corner. And that would be kind of my overarching universal football. Hey, this is never a good idea that we're going to try to throw this to the corner. Now, have I seen it work before? Occasionally, yes. Does it work later in the game? Yes. Okay, so shocker. I've been wrong many times. The next part here is let's count out these people. 1 over the center, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got essentially 5 potentially from the center over. At a minimum, I would say we have 4 over. If we're hot to this side, okay, besides for the fact I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of A gap, B gap, we want the widest guy. If you're interested, I know a great course. The reality is we're going to have a free runner over here, okay? We've got 2 blocking in the back. They've got potential 4 that can come from that side. Most people in the NFL would call this a side adjust. I guess you could call it a hot because it's to the back. All right, let's go with hot. Some sort of hot here. If it was away from the back, it'd be side adjust. It can be a fade. It can be there can be many different answers. There's not one answer to the test. But that's where you normally want to throw into the hot. Very rarely do you want the free runner to be coming from inside the A or the B gap, and you want to throw something to the other side where you have to drift. Now, occasionally you do, but right here, I would say that's probably not the case. So I personally, with the offensive architecture, would prefer a hot up top. You can see all the space up there, right? It's not. I didn't make up these rules. This is kind of like universal best practices for how to throw hot. But I do love the fact that he gets the throw off. We're not taking a sack. Again, check the anticipation out. Bail away. Maybe lowercase a there. Let's say maybe you could get it off even earlier if you took 3. Let's see what 1, 2, 3 hitch throw. Not take a hit. Just throw it to the middle of, halfway down the end zone. I've talked about this before. Maybe it's been years on this channel now. When you throw a corner, I'll draw it up at top just so we can see it better. When you throw a corner in the red zone, the aiming point is often the back pylon. Well, if you're a quarterback, you actually don't want to aim there. You want to aim like halfway down the end zone so that wide receiver can carve that thing back. Now, you don't want to aim to the front pylon, then it turns into like a shitty out. So it's a real fine line for me. If he just threw this on the sideline, halfway on the end zone, on down here, obviously, that's how you can throw it with just a tick more anticipation. But again, man, it's really hard throw. Hot, corner, other side. I don't think it's going to work very often. Again, you got a free runner through the what? The A gap? Damn. I'm not sure what their rules are there. You would expect 74 to block the free runner, the right tackle to squeeze down, or at least I would. Regardless, we get the throw off. It's almost a touchdown. It's almost a pick too. So first drive, multiple turnover-worthy plays. Next one here. This is a really cool design. If I'm going to come after this 49ers drop back passing game, I'm going to give them their flowers when I think they execute and design at a high level, and this is it. This is also a hell of a play from Brock Purdy. Again, pedaling to his left. I don't think he really trusts the protection here, but he's probably got good reason to. It's good reason not to, I should say. So what is going on when I say nice design here? Obviously, the end route here is Kittle running a corner. Okay, but it's not that simple. Well, what it is here is a little like switch release. So use check right here is running the return or reverse whip. He's going first. Then Kittle is going on the inside of it and coming out. So you get this like switch right here, and then you get the switch later right here. There's really two switches, right? Switch here, and then they switch again here. It's awesome design. Now, the quarterback thing that's pretty cool is, well, it's hard for a back to block an edge. You know, you don't see a whole lot of essentially full slide in the league. And so Purdy essentially is pedaling away from that. He doesn't take a hitch. He puts his back foot in the ground and throws it. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here. This is difficult, I would say, to sustain. But man, they make it work right here. Watch that route. Watch the switch at the bottom. So everybody loves a little wing slot formation. A switch corner. Let's go, man. That's a thing of beauty. I love the switch. Switch again. Whoop. Beautiful. What a dot of a throw. And again, from the back, we'll be able to see the footwork. He lets that thing go, you know, on the pedal to the left. Boom. Right? All those cleats in the ground. You know, fading away to your left. Look at the touch. Look at this ball. Oh! 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 Let's go. Next one here, 3rd and 5. A touchdown pass. Let's go to the new number 2 up top, post shift. So we're going to get heated up again, 0. This time we've got the free runner being the wide guy up top, and we throw that corner with great anticipation on 3rd and 5 in the red zone to who the hell knows who 10 is. I mean, it's pretty sweet. The Giants can't get lined up. The free runner's to the left. Nice job on the big duel from Big 7-1. Little chuck and duck, and that thing is perfect. So there's a lot going on here as far as the shift. Where are we hot? Where are we not hot? At the end of the day, the left tackle's on a big duel. We've got a free runner off the left edge. Watch the anticipation at the top. He goes to throw it right there. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Whew. What, to at least their 4th wide receiver? Is that fair? It's got to be fair. Beautiful throw. Great catch. Nice execution. Great job getting your feet down, 210. That's outstanding. Watch the left tackle here with the big duel. Again, big duel means we're protecting that inside gap first. So he's essentially got the 1 to 2. So he's got 19 to 50 whatever on the left. Boom, close it down. So he sets for the big guy and then reacts to the inside little guy. You think 19, 171 blocking him? Hell no, bro. Hell no. Great job from Purdy. Again, watch him get just like, he gets this like athletic base to be able to make that kind of throw with that torque. He's in a full pedal. He's hot. Free runner right in your face. Again, we talked about throwing hots into the hot. This is an example of it right here. You got the free runner right into your vision. I still think it's crazy hard to make these types of plays to a corner. That's a hell of a catch. Great job getting your feet down as well. Boop, boop. Awesome play. Next one here. Hey, when you're living right, you're living right. Batted ball, very easily could go back the other way, but it goes right to our guy 10. First down. I mean, I don't think there's anything here for me that I necessarily want to point out other than the fact that I just want to set expectations that eventually, okay, there is a regression to the mean with some of these plays where if there's a tip ball, and essentially to me this is just double slant, so inside slant or dart, slant out here, read this thing inside out. Again, anytime this corner is going to be inside leverage like this, it's going to be tough. Anytime he's hitting this thing like this, you're going to come back and hit him with the double move exactly. But these kind of, I think it's a good decision. The tip ball though, this idea being that, you know, this thing, when it doesn't go your way eventually, 49er faithful, it's just not always going to bounce your way. And right now, it's seemingly always bouncing their way. And so it's worth acknowledging when it doesn't, you can come back to this and say, remember when we got like all those crazy circus catches in the first drive and now we're getting like tip balls that are going to us? Okay, it's not always going to be this. Next one here, 3rd and 8. We're going to run a little out to the slot. This is a really nice play from Purdy. This is everything except running the route at the right depth. And the pass protection is not it. But Purdy really overcomes it. There's nothing he can do. Can't catch it for him. I mean, What's going on with the pass protection, y'all? Somebody's in the wrong. I doubt it's 23, but maybe it is. You know, someone's not doing their job. Either 23 or the left guard. You know, can't catch it for him. Great anticipation. I really like this idea coming up, running and out at the sticks, middle field closed. You know, you shouldn't be able to get outside like this on the nickel. So first off, if we're going to have middle field closed, most teams will play you outside leverage here. So this route is going to be tough. So first thing here is just getting outside is tough. So get outside, and then you got to reset your stem to be able to get a first down if you catch it. Okay, then the anticipation here on the throw. So not only do we have someone right in our face here because we mess up the pass pro, but we're throwing with anticipation to a wide receiver who's not getting the correct depth and drops the ball. It's tough out there. Can't do it all. Anticipation. Look, he's separated right there, right? The slot receiver is not out. I will say down here, if this is Debo down at the bottom, he's running on this one. I appreciate it. Clear it out. But again, I love the anticipation. And there's a free runner right in your face. You got all that color right in your face. You put it right on his grill. And we wouldn't get a first down regardless. Damn. Again, just watch this pass pro. This is not easy to play quarterback like this when you have a free runner in the B gap. It's just, there's nothing easy about this. And he just hangs tough and rips it. No hitch. Strike on the face. Dang. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel, so thank you very much for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, hop over there, join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on my favorite football topics. We've got courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protections. The best-selling course is How to Beat Every Coverage. We even have an entire offensive system available. So if you enjoy how I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. Get over there, check them out, and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, nice design. Scheming up, getting Debo open right over the ball on a nice little in here. This is a great job being able to just sort through this thing as far as the shift, get some motion, play action, split flow, pull the guard. Again, all sorts of space in the middle square. And then at this point, this dude is just dynamic with the ball in his hands and almost running angry, like with something to prove with the ball in his hands. It's fun to watch. That is contagious, man. It's contagious through a screen. I couldn't imagine how it would be in person as a teammate to see someone just say, "Get off me." So again, acknowledging the scheme. That's scheming people open. There's no way 19 should be that open in the middle of the field. And then that effort with the ball in your hand, that is world class. So again, check the design. Shift. Fast motion, split flow, and the left guard is going. So you got all this horizontal movement, right? You've got all this kind of eye candy. We're going to shift. We're then going to motion. We're then going to pull the guard. We're going to get all these things to pull the second level up, and then we're going to run this one I'm just going to call like a deep end right behind you. Pair it with kind of big posts, and this is just way too much space. That's great. All of it is great. And then you couple it with the effort and the way that he runs with when he's got the ball in his hands. I mean, it is just world class. Whoop, make somebody miss. 2, 3, 4. Jeez, just great effort. Awesome. The passion, you know, I think it's so dynamic and such good offense when you pair it with great design like this. And 13 just taking advantage of it, delivering the ball right where it's supposed to be. Got playmakers everywhere, but man, this is world-class effort. Nice. So this next one is a funky one for me. It's a sack. I think it's on Brock Purdy. The ball probably should go to the slot, to the bottom. I'm going to guess that's a choice route. If it's a flat route, it should 100% go to McCaffrey. Maybe, you know, he gets confused if it's a choice route and expects him to do something else. It looks like Purdy is working left to right. So there's a few things here. I'm going to call this a choice route. It might be a flat. I don't know. But this is open and needs to get the ball. Now, if it's a choice route and he expects him to come up and like just turn there, well, and maybe he does something different, then come off of it. I can understand that. But this is, we're not going to pass on open routes like that very often, especially when you're looking at it, when you hit the top of your drop. So I don't understand that. The other part I don't understand, and again, this is not me picking on anybody. This is just the truth. You can have such a great effort play. Just tap out if you're tired. This kind of effort where you were like, if this is supposed to be a choice too, or this is supposed to be something, this not it. So just come out. You don't have to be, Mr. Guru Cardio out there and play every single play if you're that tired. That's not helping anybody in the backfield. So first, let's watch the slot to the bottom. He's looking right at it, right? Maybe he's like trying to look off. Maybe that's what it is. If he's not looking at the slot to the bottom and he's trying to look someone off to rip maybe Kittle over the ball, but regardless, what 19 is doing here effort-wise is not for me. That's just in it. And I get it. He just had that magical play. Just come out. Just come out. That looks like you're stumbling through the effort. And again, for my money, it looks like he's working left. Now, maybe he's looking off left to rip 85 right there. And that's a good turn down. The ball needs to go to 19. But 19's too slow. It's not there. Now it's a sack. Damn. Next one here, the old Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Gronk, long trap pass, pull the guard, hit the little pop pass. This is probably a Y cross with a little post wheel up top. Great job again. Love getting Kittle going. He's on my fantasy team. Pull the right guard. Get the linebackers up. Boop. Right behind him. Beautiful. What this read looks like, how they read it out, I can't tell you. To me, if that's post wheel up top, let's take a chance at the post. You know what I mean? I understand. It's one of those things where what's the intent of the play? Is the intent of the play, hey, we're trying to get this quote unquote like high school pop pass, which very well probably is the case if I had to guess. There's that famous video of Belichick and Brady talking about this play and about Gronk making a bunch of money off of it. I get it. If that's the case, good for you. If you're supposed to read this thing out, post wheel over crosser, well then for my money here, this needs to get hit. Okay, now, again, we're not in the quarterback room. Don't pretend to have every single answer, but I think it's worth acknowledging the fact you can see how it plays out up top. Pretty rare to get a post opportunity with no safety. And again, it's still a big chunk. I'm not saying it's not a big chunk. Okay? So don't come at me sideways in the comments. It's just most people would read that out right to left. Okay? They're obviously not most people. It's still a nice play. I love how this pulls the linebackers up with the guard. Again, that, for my money, if I'm that right guard, I got to take a deeper angle. And it's a couple times now we've run into the feet of our left tackle when we're pulling to pass protect. Purdy puts it right on him. Nice little gain. Next one here, 2nd and 6. What I'm going to call 22 personnel. The Giants essentially are losing their mind. They're blitzing. We're going to throw hot to McCaffrey. I really like seeing quarterbacks be able to see and throw hots. It's not a perfect throw. Again, the precision really wasn't there all game in the intermediate stuff that he normally throws like handoffs on this, but he eventually sees the hot here. It's not easy to see hots when you've got two closed flanks. He eventually sees it, throws it to the open guy. It's a beautiful play. I think one of the things that's undervalued for me with Brock Purdy is the vision. He sees damn near everything, it seems like. And for a young guy, it's so impressive. I can't tell you how hard it is to be able to see hots on both sides when you've got wings here. So you've got a wing here. So you've got an inline tight end and a fullback lined up in a wing. You've got another inline tight end. Who the hell knows where they're blitzing? I mean, these 4 could blitz. Those really 5 could blitz. You've got 9 potential rushers. So to say where the hell the hot's going to be able to come out here and throw this, good luck. He essentially, for my money, drops, sees the free runner, and is then able to throw the swing, which is pretty damn impressive, man. I don't think this kind of design is helping a quarterback at all be able to know where he's hot. Again, 5-person protection with both sides closed and a wing. Who the hell knows where you're hot? He sees it though. He gets it out. Good on you. Good on you, bro. Overcome that design right there. Solve it. And it's a hell of a catch from 23. And 23 is a special player. I mean, they got a bunch of special guys on this offense. But that is nice right there. I mean, he doesn't even know he's hot, right? Like he's playing that right there like he's not hot. Oh, I'm hot. Boop. First down. Next one, 3rd and 3. Okay, this is a rough one. Okay, so I think this probably should be a touchdown pass. Kittle falls. It looks like he's understands he's hot. He's got a free runner from the left. He looks like he's bailing, anticipating Kittle to get to the flat. Probably be a touchdown. I think when he doesn't get Kittle into the flat here, so when Kittle stumbles, this is essentially a throwaway. So a few things here for me. We've already talked about this, and at this point, this is just a philosophical thing that you're going to have to accept if you watch this channel, is if we are asking the back to duel, so he's got any part of 2 players here, so 1 to 2, let's say, it doesn't matter who's who in the zoo, he's got 2. When they both blitz, and we're going to be hot, for my money, 95% of the time, I want to throw the hot to that side. I just think it's easier. Your eyes are there. The free runner's there. You know how much time you have. Everything is easier. For my money, and this is not me playing, clicker marker quarterback, that's an easier touchdown than saying, hey, I know I have a free runner here, so we're going to have a free runner. Clean it up. I know we're going to have a free runner here off the edge. I'm going to bail away, which is also another answer, and hope that my guy wins. And he's proven the fact that he can win. So when he doesn't win, I'm just going to skunk it. That's certainly a plan too. The part that I think added to it, so if you're not going to throw this for a touchdown, this looks like it's a corner too. So you've really got kind of like this 1-2, and it happens with your vision. I almost expect Brock Purdy to throw it to Debo here because he's proven he's such a great playmaker. So we've got multiple missed touchdowns for my money. I understand Kittle falls, but play this thing out to the bottom. You got 2 on the back. They both blitz. Put it on 15. Touchdown. And that to me is where the hot should be. Now, if you're going to bail to the right, Kittle falls, Debo. And again, it's easy with the clicker. I'm not saying it's not easy with the clicker, but Brock Purdy has made it look easy too. So right here, don't get it. Miss another opportunity. Boop. Rough. Next one here, little RPO dart up top to Debo. Again, 19 is special when the ball's in his hands. Find ways to get him going towards his end zone with the ball in his hands. Look at the effort. Look at the power. Look at the drive. It's awesome, man. You hope he's all right there. To me, this just looks like duo to the right. If you like the leverage to the left, throw it. It's almost like alert-ish, almost PRO-ish. You're not reading anyone post-snap. It's really a, pre-snap. Do you like it? Throw it. And it's kind of an old school dart. You don't see a whole lot of darts nowadays. So up top, we're just going to take a 1-step slant. Really, it's a no-step slant. He doesn't even step. He steps underneath himself. And do you like the space pre-snap? Do you like the leverage? Do you like the access? So is he off? Do we like this space? You got to make sure this guy isn't falling into it. And then if you didn't like it for whatever reason, looks like we're going downhill. I mean, we're certainly stock blocking here. So this is just a great job of being able to kind of feel this thing. Great design. Again, I love the opportunity to get it in this guy's hand going on the move. No static routes. Look at the power. Just pulling 22 along. Come along for this ride for 20 yards. My goodness. And again, pretty kind of unique footwork here where you're almost like shuffling away. It's not like a catch and throw. He's kind of like catch, shuffle, shuffle, boop, right on him. And again, the precision right there, right on the body on the break allows for the yak. The accuracy allows this to happen, but it's great effort from 19. Next one here, 3rd and 2. He's going to throw it out to the slot to McCaffrey. This is the same play, I think, as the sack I showed earlier where I got on 19 about his effort. To me, this time Purdy reads it out to the choice side the whole time. And my thing about this is this looks like a crummy throw, right? Like we're diving for flats. Like, come on. My thing about it is if this is a choice, and again, I'm just assuming it's a choice, and choice is just my language for an option route. So if he can come up here, settle, like turn around, run out, run in, and probably take it to the slant or the post. And then I think the last time they did this, it was paired with like an in, and Debo ran that little like slow check down or choice over here. So for my money, if I was, playing quarterback and talking to that choice runner, I would say the first choice is to just raise up and turn around. Like, this is a much harder throw than this, because when you go to the out, now you're taking the corner. Is the corner going to be an issue? Am I going to have to rip a whole shot? It's 3rd and 2. I don't want to do that. Just take the easy one. So for my money, I would say Brock Purdy probably expects him to just turn around if it's a choice. Now, if it is a true out or flat, then we're just missing the throw. And then we haven't been perfect all night, no doubt about it. Fallen off to our left a little bit. We've got issues in our lap from the interior. But see that the route for McCaffrey at the top where he like skips into it? You usually only skip into those things if they're like option routes. And for my money right there, just turn around. Just turn around. So it seems like they weren't quite on the same page and weren't anywhere near as precise as they normally are. Now, all that being said, it's still 3rd and short. We still get a completion. Still lots of good stuff, but it's not quite as clean as it has been. Last one here, touchdown pass, bottom of the screen, double move. It's a really nice job from Purdy, taking 5, little chuck and duck. I personally think the ball probably comes up 10 yards short on him. I'm not sure that this is a back shoulder throw. To me, this ball is just underthrown. It's one of those things for me. I think on the last week's video with Purdy, we talked a lot about overthrown deep balls, and this is definitely my favorite type of deep ball miss. So if we're going to come up here and run what I'm going to call a hitch and go, so up, and then go, great. They're going to hit you with 0. They just continue to lose their mind on whatever they're doing defensively. Great. It's pretty hard for me to say, hey, let's take 5 here to do this, but maybe he's got the freedom to do that with pressure. And then he's able to you got to make sure you get this ball up and give your guy a chance. And that's what it does. A perfect throw is probably the same type of throw. Instead of the front pylon, it's at the back pylon if you want to hit him in stride. But again, a little chuck and duck, protect yourself. Whoop. Nice adjustment there. Great body control from 19. Again, really nice route. Up, go. Again, double moves versus 0, if you have enough time to do them, are just dirty, and they're going to win a lot. Nice job from Purdy, making sure he can throw this thing. Again, I personally think it's pretty rare to get 5 on a double move like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tight hitch, good timing. Give your guy a shot. Touchdown. Let's go. So that is a wrap. Brock Purdy, the Niners, nice win versus the Giants. Thursday Night Football, short week. Lots of good stuff. I don't think it was necessarily Brock's best performance ever, and that's pretty awesome that you can have this kind of like sloppy-ish start and still go out there, throw for 300, couple touchdowns, still answer the bell on so many different hot opportunities. They've just got so many weapons, and when you pair it with that game plan, that scheming up, that run game, those types of guys on the perimeter, it's pretty special. It really is fun to watch. I really do enjoy seeing how they use all of those guys, how they're still trying to use what I think is kind of the prototype for motion and speed and incorporating that into their game plan and how they're able to create space. But for Brock Purdy, it probably wasn't his most polished game by any stretch, but he still was able to overcome it and do a lot of really good things. I think once you get past some of the kind of quote unquote, maybe, lucky-ish plays where things didn't necessarily go as bad as they could have, he was still able to manage that thing, give them great opportunities for big plays later in the game, and overcome that kind of slowish start. So, eventually, are those things going to turn on them? Probably at some point. Now, will it be big enough to like ruin a season? Depending on when it happens in a game or against who they're playing or when in the season it goes down. Eventually, you're not going to get everything to bounce your way. But man, Brock Purdy still does so many good things. And I have no idea why they continued to blitz him, because one of the things I think he does great is his decision-making and his decisiveness and his vision. So for me saying you want to come out there and heat someone up who does that all the time, I get it because he's a young guy. He's going to see some of that. But I think he continues to answer the bell as far as the decisiveness, the accuracy, making plays, and really the idea that I thought that there were some plays that he could have even extended and made even better. So it could have definitely been a better night. Regardless, really nice win. Thank you for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.